Scorpio, how are you guys? Let's go ahead and get into some messages here. I'll be focusing on the question, their biggest wish. So when it comes to your person and yourself, the connection, I want to take a look at their most heartfelt thoughts about the two of you. All right, so let's get into some messages here. I'll be pulling from the Romance Angels. General advice as always, so please do keep that in mind throughout the reading and only take the parts of it that resonate for you. All right, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, let's grab a card. Their biggest wish. Flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. The first message that's coming through for me is, especially if they're a very flirtatious person, they might have been flirting with other people. You know, they could have been promiscuous. They could have been the type of person, you know, when you guys were out and about, even though you guys were a couple and even though you were together, they could have had a roving eye, you know. That could certainly have been part of the problem. And perhaps what it is that they're wishing for is that they never did that. They never hurt you in that way. There could have been a third party involvement here as well. This person could have also been very naturally sociable. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but part of that flirtatious energy is that they were talking to other people. I'm kind of just getting that for some. Forgiving and learning. Yeah, if they hurt you in that way, if they were deceptive or there was cheating involved or infidelity of some sort, I feel part of their wish is to ask for forgiveness, to come through with an apology if they never apologized. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. This could also be weighing heavily on this person, you know, because maybe they haven't had a chance to just say it out loud or to be able to speak to you and to apologize. So it could be weighing very heavily on them. All right, let me grab another, their biggest wish. Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. So interesting, because I feel that, and look at the image, you know, it's a bride and a groom, and they're walking off to maybe just spend time on their own, you know, retreating from the world, and just wanting to kind of go into their own little space. And part of this flirtatious energy, I feel, had a lot to do with other people, you know. I'm picking up this vibe, this energy of this person where they were never alone. And what I mean by that is they had a huge circle of friends. Their social calendar was always busy. You know, when they weren't with you, they always had somebody to fill that space. And I feel you guys just didn't have enough alone time, if that makes sense. And maybe that's a part of what it is that you wished for when you guys were together. You know, it's like, I wish that they would just spend more time with me instead of all of these other people, you know, like their friends or even family, if they were spending a lot of time with family and not really including you in that. So I'm kind of picking that up. Let me grab one more here. One more card for Scorpio. You deserve love. You are lovable, and I have a feeling they recognize that now. They know it now. And I have a feeling too that they're, whoops, I hit my camera, sorry. I have a feeling as well that they're afraid that it might be too late. It could be, you know, one of those things where you're wishing for it, but not really expecting it to come true. I'm picking that vibe up from this person. All right, let's grab some tarot. I'll be pulling from my yummy tarot here. King of Swords, control over emotions. King of Swords represents Aquarius, so some of you guys, you might be dealing with an Aquarian here. So I'm kind of feeling a divine masculine energy where if they really weren't ready for the type of stability in a relationship where they were ready to commit and be exclusive, I'm kind of feeling, and take this if it makes sense, Divine Feminine, that, you know, when you guys would have your candid conversations and maybe you ended up telling them, it's like, I wish we could just spend more time together. And maybe they told you, it's like, or maybe they wished that too, but at the same time, they were always out and about with other people. So it could have just appeared like they were very nonchalant about it, or maybe cold-hearted to the point where they weren't really understanding where you were coming from, because the King of Swords can sometimes be the type of person that could be callous or a little bit cold in how they communicate, you know? They weren't really tapped into their emotional side, perhaps. All right, let's see. But I do feel that maybe we might have a masculine who's ready to commit, and it might have taken losing you for them to understand that. 3 of Pentacles, okay. 6 of Pentacles. We do have the 7 of Pentacles. So whatever's going on here, I feel it's going to take time to fix it. But I'm also getting that this person, they're willing to do the hard work. They're willing to do whatever is necessary in order to undo the damage that they caused. And I like that we've got the 3 of Pentacles here, because it does represent the fact that 2 people can spend time on their own, working together, having the same vision for what it is that you guys want for the relationship. They're meeting you halfway now, where in the past, you know, they couldn't, or they weren't. Let's see what else here. 9 of Cups. Focusing on their biggest wish. Well, they're wishing for you. And I'm kind of getting this download, guys, that we might have a masculine who's almost obsessively thinking about manifesting this wish. But at the same time, they're not quite sure how to make it all happen. You know, so that could be why it takes a little bit of time for this to materialize in the 3D. So let's dig a little bit deeper and let's see what else we can bring forward here. I'll be pulling from my Mystical Fairies Romance Oracle. All right, for Scorpio, what else do we need to know here? What else do we need to know? So they're ready, perhaps, to be more exclusive, or just be exclusive, period. You know, 100% commitment. I've got all these things flying. What the heck? Sorry about that. So magnetic pull, energetically connected. Yes. This can represent a twin flame connection for this particular card. Wow. Look at this, guys. We've got a solid offer, committed partner. Go for it. Whenever I see this, it reminds me of a green light. It's like, go ahead, do it, take action. So I do feel that we might have a masculine coming through in this reading for the feminines, that they really are ready to extend this solid offer of commitment to you, especially if they just were not there before. Look at this. We've got manifestation, okay, followed by regrets. So they do have a lot of regrets over how you guys parted ways. Maybe there has been no contact for a while. They miss you. They think about you. They are remorseful. We see dissatisfied. Their heart aches over the fact that they broke your heart. They did certain things that they wish they could go back and undo. Okay? So part of what it is that they really are wishing for is to simply have another chance with you, to be able to interact with you again, maybe to communicate and ask for forgiveness, an apology, certainly. And I do feel that, you know, they're the type of person that they pick up their phone all the time and wishing that it's you, or wishing that you would communicate, that you would call. But it's also, you know, they pick up their phone hoping to communicate, but at the same time, they're not quite sure if they should. I'm not surprised to see the Tower here, because there really was some sort of upheaval in this connection. And I feel that there were red flags that were either ignored, or it was just too late to avoid it. You know, the foundation fell apart here. Look at this. So we've got the 8 of Swords, and I do pick up off of that energy of just feeling mentally imprisoned with all of these regrets, you know, the heartache that they feel because they're not with you. So together, these 2 cards for me represents the fact that they're hurting as well, but through their own actions, they ended up hurting themselves perhaps more, if that makes sense. So there's all of these things that they want to be able to materialize in the 3D, but at the same time, they self-sabotage or they get in their own way. This doesn't help with the Nine of Swords. Okay, their fears and anxieties are definitely amplified, especially at night. You know, this can represent insomnia, sleeplessness. So they could be staring up at the ceiling, thinking about you, wondering, how can I fix this? What can I do? What can I say? But look at this, Seven of Pentacles. So let's go back to this. Whoops. Butterfingers. Okay, so we've got the Seven of Pentacles coming through twice. Hard work that pays off. This is our wait and see card, you know, so you got to give it time, or they realize that it's going to take a little bit more time for this to come through in the 3D. You know, it's not going to be a quick fix here. Interesting. Okay. Give me one more card here, please. Look at that, Temperance. Some of you guys might be thinking of Sagittarius as well. You could have Sagittarius in your chart. So it's going to take time to fix this one. Temperance represents patience, you know. And maybe if you relate to this, you're kind of just trying to figure things out for yourself. You're just wanting to recalibrate things in your life to bring balance into your life on your own in the meantime. And so, again, it is not going to be a quick fix. I feel for some of you, you want that reunion as well as this person wanting the reunion, but they're going to have to do the legwork. They're going to have to put in a lot of effort. I feel they're willing to do that. It's just going to take some time before you guys are able to truly connect in real life. That's what I'm getting. But once it happens, the vibe that I'm getting is it could be worth the wait. You know, that is what they're wishing for, to reconnect with you. Again, to ask for forgiveness, to be able to be in your life, to be able to offer you the type of commitment perhaps that they couldn't before. But it is going to take some time, but I do feel it's worth the wait. That's what I'm getting. All right, guys, so I'll leave it there. If you're interested in your own reading, that info is down below in the description box. And if you're interested in any of these decks, I'll link them down below for you. Thank you guys so much, and I'll catch you next time. Take care.